It's Thursday. Wow. Are you losing track of days? Hey, do you see this? The Parenting Professor logo and everything. The kids call this merch. Like, hey, Mr. Peterson, let me see your merch. I thought that's kind of fun. I have to say thanks for that last video we did a few days ago. Had that purple shirt on. I don't know what happened or what you all did, but nearly 4,000 people took a few minutes of their life to hopefully learn something that was worthwhile. So I want to say thanks for doing that. Those shares are important in getting information out to people that don't know about what we're doing here in the La Crosse region, the Seven Rivers region. Zero idea what I was going to talk about today, but I was just sitting here right as I hit play, and I thought, those times where I was really successful in the classroom, or the times that I felt like I had a great day at home as a stay-at-home dad, I started to realize that a lot of my sentences were ending with question marks, meaning they weren't statements, or they were far from being like commandments, right? Exclamation. But I found that they ended with question marks. And I think questions, obviously, it creates thinking. And when kids are in that thinking state, they're more likely to not be reactionary or quick to anger. And some days that's just enough, right? Especially as we're, not struggling, but, this new norm is a little bit different, and we're getting into our own groove, and that's good. So I found that when most of my sentences end in question marks, I just found greater success. We've talked prior about the power of choices. We've talked about enforceable statements. I allow kids to feel free to do this just as soon as this just happened. Feel free to go play cards with your sister as soon as the dishes are clean. And that happened. But when things end in question marks, one of my favorite questions that I find myself asking a lot, like when I'm at a loss for words, my question usually is, what do you think I'm going to say? Kiddos, what do you think I'm going to say? And it creates a little pause, and they're like, we probably shouldn't be dive bombing each other off the couch. Yeah, good luck with that. And then I try to walk away, right? Because I know if I stay in the situation, I'm going to keep talking, and that's just going to make it worse. So ask a question, what do you think I'm going to say? Or a better question might be, what do you think might happen? If this continues, girls, what do you think might happen? What's another question I find myself asking a lot? Sometimes it's just sequential questions, like what would happen next? What do you think you should do next? What do you think you could do next? I notice it's going to be a nice afternoon. What does that mean for you? Well, it means we should get our work done this morning so we can go outside. Great, good luck. So I find if I can end my sentences or change the language, right, into a question, it just keeps kids thinking, and kind of, I don't know if it's okay to talk about raising kids like it is maybe raising a puppy, but when puppies are tired, they're just more well-behaved. So if kids are constantly thinking about their future, thinking about cause and effect, if I do this, then this might happen, or this is going to happen, and it could be good. It could be great stuff. It doesn't always have to be negative things at all. So when we create those questions, we up the odds that our kids are going to kind of learn that cause and effect. And as my kids are getting older, I know that their cause and effect thinking is going to help them be like, oh, mom was right about a lot of that stuff when we were younger. Mom was right about this, and dad was right about that, and grandma and grandpa were right about this, and uncle was... Maybe they're right, about this whole dating thing. Or maybe they're right about this texting and driving. And how cool would it be if we raised another generation, or a new generation of true cause and effect thinkers, where they're thinking, how is my decision going to affect my life? Not who's going to be mad if I make a poor choice, right? So thought I'd share that with you. That's all I came up with right before I hit the go live button. So we talked about choices, we've talked about enforceable statements, and now we're talking about forming our sentences into questions. If this was valuable for you, share it, will you? This is so greedy. Is this greedy? I guess a lot of people do it. Doesn't mean I should. The Parenting Professor, that's backwards, isn't it? The Parenting Professor, you could go to my Parenting Professor page, and I think if you click like, I just looked, 2,500 or so likes. It's ridiculous. I didn't know I knew that many people. It's humbling. I appreciate it. I'm getting eager to get back in front of live audiences again. If your community, church, or school might, soon as we're coming out of this, hopefully in another month or so, want to get some dates on books and start working with parents and teachers and principals and bus drivers and school lunch ladies and gentlemen, and getting everyone on the same page, speaking the same language, and raising what I call the next generations of world-class citizens. Reach out to me, like my page, and I appreciate your time. Have a great Thursday. Bye.